As Martin Luther King Day approaches, an organization in Gainesville is beginning to honor the civil rights leader. TV20's Misty Webb joins us live at the UF Hilton where ceremonies are kicking off. Misty, how are they kicking off their 8-day celebration?
Tonight marks the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission of Florida's 40th year in the community. To kick off their 8-day celebration, they are honoring their scholarships recipients. They are also reminding everyone of why they should be celebrating such a special day. The president and founder of the organization says his passion goes deeper than the celebration.
Not just the event. I'm a person who's compassionate about many things that deals with nonviolent social justice, especially those things that Dr. King and those principles for Dr. King and that he stood for.
This year's theme is King Commission 40 Years of Legacy. The keynote speaker is Justice Alexander, who is an IB senior at Eastside High School and the 2024 eDNA M. Hart Keeper of the Dream Scholarship Award recipient. This year's Hall of Fame award recipient is Rodney Long, the president and founder. This year's Hall of Fame has just started and dinner is served at 6:30, but festivities last until the 15th. Live in Gainesville, Misty Webb, TV 20 News.